हेलो एवरीवन, वेलकम टू माय चैनल। आज हम करेंगे यूनिट 47। इसका क्रिटिकल कमेंट स्टार्ट करेंगे हम। ये पार्ट 2 है और लाइन 173 का क्रिटिकल कमेंट हम करेंगे। दिस लाइन प्रोवाइड्स अ लिंक विद द लास्ट लाइन ऑफ द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ द वेस्टलैंड एंड देयरबाय हेल्प्स टू सस्टेन द continuity ऑफ द पोएम. The image that one finds in this line recalls Ophelia's death by drowning in Shakespeare's Hamlet, and that is already alluded to in the first passage of part 2. A game of chess passage from the German book in which author writes of the drunken spiritual frenzy of Eastern Europe, where the saint and the seer listen to the people's song with tears in their eyes. That work by Hesse, Hessa, Hesse, is a commentary on how the brothers Karamazov of the Russian novelist Dostoevsky provides a prophetic vision of the collapse of Europe that actually came about during the First World War. Hesse spent those years in neutral Switzerland and wrote denunciations of militarism and nationalism. He regards the maintenance of civilization as a conflict between man's rationality and his suppressed wild instincts, which he seems emerging as the decay of European culture. Eliot shares the vision of Hesse, whom he visited in May 1922. Line 367 recalls Christ's word to the woman who lamented him as he was led away to be crucified. Daughters of Jerusalem, weep not for me, but for yourselves and your children. The word horde, Horde, came into the European language from the steppes of Central Asia. It means a mass of creatures on the move, on the attack, a blind menace, more animal than human. That is how the hooded Mongols came down on horses in their thousands from the Central Asia camps to invade and spread their empire across South Asia and China, led by fierce commanders. Just wait. Like Genghis Khan and Halaku Khan. They symbolize the primitive invading forces under whose relentless onslaught the European culture, like those of Jews and Christians. Christians means Jerusalem, the Greeks जो हैं वो एथेंस में, the Pharaoh and the Arabs Alexandria में, the East Europeans Vienna में, and the British London. Fall as of little sequence. The various cities of Europe, Asia, and Africa mentioned in this passage are examples of the unreal city of Eliot's wasteland. The decay of Europe is seen within the perspective of the rise and fall of civilizations throughout history. Eliot's vision of the unreal cities might be intended as a contrast to the ideal city of Plato as described by him in his Republic. Now friends, ये जो line है ना 377 लिखा है बुक में, मुझे लगता है ये 177 है एंड 84 है. ओके इससे पहले हमने कौन सी लाइन की थी? इससे पहले हमने की थी 173. तो 177 है ये जो मैं भी पढ़ने जा रही हूँ, या ओके 177 to 184. द फैंटास्टिक, ये क्रिटिकल कमेंट है, ठीक है. द फैंटास्टिक एंड अनरियल इमेजरी ऑफ दिस लाइन्स वर पार्शली इंस्पायर्ड बाय अ पेंटिंग ऑफ Hieronymus Bosch, the 15th century Dutch artist. In the panel entitled Hell, 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 Bosch has painted nightmarish vision of hell with a bat-like semi-human figure crawling headfirst down a rock wall. This passage in the poem recreates the strange and unreal world of this passage in the poem recreates the strange and unreal world of Bosch's symbolic picture of hell. Line 176. This is the refrain of Protheleimion, a much appreciated lyrical poem by Edmund Spenser of the late 16th century. While celebrating a double marriage at which he was present, Spenser expresses his appreciation of the river Thames and the city of London through which it flows before going down into the sea. Hence the refrain which appeals to the river to flow softly till the poet ends his song. By repeating the line here, Eliot too celebrates London and the Thames. Lines 197 to 98. In his notes, Eliot refers to The Parliament of Bees, a play by John Day. Quoting, "When of the sudden, listening you shall hear a noise of horns and hunting, we shall bring Actaeon to Diana in the spring, where all shall see her naked skin." In Greek mythology, Actaeon was a hunter who surprised Diana, the goddess of chastity, when she was bathing in a river. As punishment, the goddess turned him into a stag, and he was torn to pieces by his own dogs. Now, line 209. Smyrna was in the news and was of topical interest. Topical means current interest when the Wasteland was being written. In May 1919, Smyrna was occupied by Greek army but was recaptured by the Turks in 1422. Line 243 or 246. In these three lines, Eliot refers to the bisexuality of Tiresias and to his role in two masterpieces of Greek poetry, Oedipus Rex, a play of Sophocles, and Odyssey, an epic of Homer. In both the classics, he is shown to be a blind visionary with the prophesying powers, but then he is also linked with the Roman Sibyl, women who could predict the future events. Now एक क्वेश्चन है इसमें, चेक योर प्रोग्रेस में. राइट अ शॉर्ट नोट ऑन द रेलिवेंस ऑफ एलियट्स रेपिटेशन ऑफ एडमंड स्पेंसर्स लाइन, स्वीट थेम्स रन सॉफ्टली टिल आई एंड माई सॉन्ग. Now आंसर इसका है, दिस लाइन इज अ डेलिब्रेट रेपिटेशन ऑफ द रेफ्रेन फ्रॉम प्रोथेलेमियन, अ लिरिकल पोएम बाय एडमंड स्पेंसर, द लेट 16th century English poet of the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. That poem is about a double marriage celebration of the aristocracy in London, at which Spenser was an honoured guest. While he writes imaginatively of the two weddings, he also lovingly describes the towers of the city of London and the boat procession of the two bridegrooms on the river Thames. Hence the refrain, "Sweet Thames run softly till I end my song." Eliot's repetition of this line expresses his own admiration for the beauty and grandeur of the river that flows through London, one of the great historical and metropolitan cities of Europe. चलो यहाँ हम अपना वीडियो फिनिश करते हैं. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, नेक्स्ट वीडियो में जो कि पार्ट 3 होगा, ये 4th सेक्शन हम करेंगे डेथ बाय वाटर वेस्टलैंड का. थैंक यू सो मच.